Hey, what's going on? Zero Day J here, hope all is well. It's Friday, January 2nd. Happy New Year. The market just closed. I just finished streaming. If you were there, thank you so much for hanging out. If you weren't there, you missed out. I stream every single day for Power Hour, 2 and 2 close. I also stream at random times at other times. I just never know when it's going to be. Like last night, I streamed for 5 hours during Asia, basically. So if you want to hang out with a bunch of awesome people in the chat and watch me trade, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Now, I'm in my Apex Trader funding account. As you can see here, look at all this fucking red. After having a crazy month, my best month ever last month in December, I did over $34,000 in payouts. 34,405 to be exact. I mean, this was just the result of me being on tilt. Look at all these blown evals. But it started with me blowing these 6 funded accounts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I started the day with 19 funded accounts. I blew these 6, so I was down to 13. So my, I made it my mission while I was tilting at the worst possible time because I was awake when the market opened. And that first like hour plus, the market was moving insanely. It was absolutely fucking bonkers. And all I was doing was just trying to pass eval after eval after eval. I was trying to pass 7. That was my goal, to pass 7 so I could get back to having 20 funded accounts. And I wanted to do it now while Apex is still doing their 90% off deal, and any size account is $19.60. And they have the cheap lifetime activation fee if and when you pass of $65 for the smaller accounts and $125 for the larger accounts. Use the best code ZERODAYJAY, by the way. But anyway, so that's what I did. And there was so many times when I would blow these accounts, and right after I got taken out, my take profit would get hit. Probably happened like at least 10 times. It was so fucking annoying. But I blew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19 evals, and 6 funded accounts. But here's what I did with everything else. I did manage to pass 7 evals. So I'll be back to having 20 funded accounts again. Let's see if I could hold on to them. I noticed over the last like 3 or 4 days, anytime I get a new batch of funded accounts, I blow them quickly. There was a group of 5 in that 6 that I blew last night and today that were brand new. There was a trade I was in that I actually could have gotten out green, and I couldn't get out fast enough, and it just, I don't know. The market was moving crazy. So whatever. But anyway, let's move forward. Let's talk about the accounts that I still do have. 503 and 504, I had a $669 day, which means I'm going to have to grow these accounts, let's just say 670, a total of $2,233 to be eligible for another payout without running into a consistency rule issue, because it's from payout to payout. So I got to see where I'm at, do the math on that. But I know I got a ways to go, even though I'm like 2 or 3 days in since I got paid. 505, 6, 7, and 8, I got 312. These I think are okay in terms of that. I mean, maybe I had a $550 day. I don't remember. So even with that, I got to grow the account by $1,800 something dollars, which obviously I'm going to abide by that. I can't request until that happens, because then I'll just get denied for the windfall rule, the consistency rule violation. So we'll just keep growing the accounts. 520 to 25 are the accounts. If you, well, I don't know, you may have missed it. I requested on New Year's Eve after the market closed. And in less than an hour, I got approved, which is crazy. And because of that, it put my month over 34 grand. I was perfectly fine having a $29,000+ month. You know, my best month prior to last month was 18,700. So I was perfectly fine with that, knowing that I'm going to have a nice head start into the new year with these getting approved, let's say on January 2nd or Monday or something. But they got approved less than an hour later on New Year's Eve, so I counted them towards December. That's cool, because then I could say I had a $34,405 month in payouts. So back to these accounts, I got my first day in since I got approved. So there's one day right there. And then this one right here, 526. Today was day 8. I'm over the buffer. I thought I didn't really need much. I just wanted to get a little bit more, and I'm eligible to request. The only issue is I just realized while I'm streaming, I didn't even realize it. I had no idea that this account, 526, had a really big day. I had a day where I did $1,186.10, which means I need to grow the account bigger. So if I were to request this not realizing that, if I didn't look at the charts, this is why you got to look at this stuff. You got to pay attention. If I decided to request now, I would have got denied for the windfall rule, for violating the consistency rule. You're not in trouble if you violate the rule. You just got to grow the account big enough so that you're not in violation of the 30% consistency rule. But if I would have requested, I would have got denied and have to trade it for 8 days again and trade my way out of that consistency rule. rather than now, I just got to grow the account. I did the math already. I did, what was it, 1186.10. I got to grow the account to 3,953. Let's just say 3,954. The account is at 1,242. 3,242. I got to grow it another 712 bucks. How hard can it be? Maybe I could do that on Sunday or Monday session. Maybe I'll need a couple of days. I guess it really all depends on what the market's doing. If it's anything like it was last night and today, I'm not going to try to push it. I'll take whatever I could get, and I'll just wait a couple more days. And guess what else will happen? If I could get the job done and not fuck it up, I'll be requesting more money. I'll be requesting potentially even a max payout of 2,000, but I'll be real close. Another 700 bucks on top of what I could request now, 1142. If I just got the bare minimum, it would be 1,854 bucks that I could request, which is better than 1142. So we'll see how it goes. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to activate all these 7 evals that I passed, and hopefully this time I could not blow them on the first day, because that's kind of what's been happening lately. Not every single time, but just recently. So anyway, with that said, like I said before, Apex is 90% off. All accounts are the same price, $19.60, any size. When you put in the best code ZERODAYJAY, lifetime activation fees on the 25, 50, and 100K accounts are 65 bucks. And on the 150, 250, and 300s, they are 125. So like I said, if you want to take advantage of that and you want to support the channel, put in the best code ZERODAYJAY. If not, we're cool no matter what. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. Smash the like button for Trevor Conti. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my streams or any of my updates. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.